are you?
I am Rachel Jackson, the deceased wife of Andrew Jackson, and I am here to make sure that the wrongs that my people committed against the Native Americans have been righted in your time.
The Native Americans, they're taken care of, but why do you care?
We treated them so horribly, and I died because I had a tender heart. That's what I was known for. And I don't believe it.
Prove it. Prove what?
Prove that the Native Americans are fine.
Well, now you need to tell me how they had it back then.
Well, the Native Americans were once both great and prosperous. They settled in North America before white men even knew about the land. Many owned their own homes, churches, and schools, and used log cabins as their dwellings. Native Americans were expert cattle raisers, hunters, and farmers, and they used their skills as a great source of income and food. Even though the Native Americans practiced different customs and way of living, they possessed their own peaceful and unique way of life until the Indian Removal Act. My husband, Andrew Jackson, forced 46,000 Native Americans west of the Mississippi River. 16,000 Cherokees refused to leave and were removed by force on a journey known as the Trail of Tears. Little did they know, 1 out of every 4 Cherokees would never finish the journey.
4,000 died? How is that possible?
It's very simple, really. Disease, starvation, deprivation, extreme climate, and dehydration were just a few of the silent killers that took so many lives on this brutal 800-mile journey. I remember gazing down upon the trembling beings making the hideous trek and listening to the somber words of a discouraged Native American. His sad words hit me so hard.
Long time we travel on way to new land. People feel bad when they leave old nation. Women cry and make sad wails. Children cry and many men cry. But they say nothing and just put heads down and keep going towards west. Many days pass and many people die very much.
Oh my goodness, that was horrible. I wish I could do so much more. Well, the percentage of Native Americans living below the poverty line is 28.2%.
I guess you're making progress, but you could be doing so much better.
Well, it's much better than it was then. Today, if you can prove you were related to Native Americans, you get a share of land and a sum of money. Then why is 40% of their housing inadequate? And why do 55% of them rely on Indian Health Service for medical care? Why do 3 to 4 generations of Native American families live in a 2-bedroom house? Why is hunger a constant reality for those living on reservations? And how is it that Native American children are being turned away from school for lack of shoes or supplies? You may be giving them homes, but their health and well-being is still in jeopardy. I hear you. I would like to add that although the conditions are still not ideal, their life expectancy has increased. They are given homes.
Then why is it that 90,000 Native Americans are homeless or underhoused today?
It has been their choice for many years to remain independent.
And I realize that, but I won't rest until we hold them to the same standards we hold ourselves.
How about this? I will promise to do everything in my power to improve their conditions, and in return, I hope you give our nation credit for how far we have come.
I will. The Native Americans of the Great Plains were a proud people.
They held sacred the buffalo which kept them fed and clothed and thus hunted sparingly.
The white man did no such thing.
He slaughtered them by the herd and wasted what he could not eat.
Eventually, there were no more buffalo, and the white men had to do something about the Native American problem.
The government in Washington finally decided that it would place the Indians on reservations.
This concluded the fighting, but it ruined the natives.
They were treated as second-class citizens in the land where they had been first.
The Native Americans today are struggling to hang on to their culture in a world that has tried its hardest to yank it away.
The Native Americans have shown that they want to be independent and self-reliant, but how can we expect them to stand on their own 2 feet when we have yet to help them off the ground? They are a suffering nation who needs nothing more than our help and attention to improve their situation. We believe that it is our duty to assist them because we got them into the mess in the first place. So, we propose that we might set aside a portion of our taxes to aid them until they are back where they should be. This will be known as the NAAA, or Native American Aid Act. This will only be in place until every aspect of their suffering has been greatly improved. The President at the time of its removal will make the call as to whether it is okay to remove it or not. This will solve our dilemma and end Native American suffering. Three. I counted to 3. Just wait till I do 2, because me sitting there pacing for 3 times just looks weird.
No, I am Rachel Jackson, and I am here to make sure the wrongs we performed against the Native Americans.
I can't read that.
I was totally going off of what I remembered.
Let's go in the shade. Do you mind doing it along the fence, or do you want to do it along this white thing?
Fence works too.
Okay.
And then maybe we can pull it back a little bit farther, because then we can see. And so you will have to pace like this.
I just have to dog crap.
I think it was old though. Oh, it's wet.
It's okay though.